We begin with continuing coverage. Early this morning, a fire destroyed a beloved Escanaba restaurant. Around 5:45 this morning, Escanaba Public Safety says firefighters were called to Stonehouse Restaurant, where they found heavy smoke pouring out from the building. The firefighters tried to enter the restaurant, but they say the floor of the building had already collapsed into the basement. No one was killed in the fire. TV6's Dan Groneveld spoke to an eyewitness at the scene who described the hectic sight from this morning.
According to an eyewitness, the Stonehouse fire was underway at 5:45 this morning. Kylie Sodawasser saw the fire from the Christ where she works, across the street from Stonehouse Restaurant. She says the scene was chaotic with fire trucks rushing to put out the fire.
And as I pulled up, I seen the Stonehouse behind, well, it's no longer behind me now, but it was just smoke about 8-10 feet in the air above the building.
Sodawasser saw an excavator brought in to help reach the fire and says the fire took hours to extinguish.
It took, about 4 or 5 hours for them, and every time I looked out there, the flames were about 5 feet above the building, smoke just pouring out of everywhere.
Craig Warple is the Escanaba DDA director. He says this iconic restaurant will be sorely missed.
You cannot understate the loss, what this means to our community. This has been an icon in our community for generations.
But Sodawasser says the loss could have been much worse. She says no one was in the building at the time of the fire.
Nobody was in the building, thankfully. I did hear that a firefighter got some smoke inhalation, but other than that, there was no casualties or anything.
According to an eyewitness, the fire is believed to have started in the basement, though the cause is still unknown at this time. Dan Groneveld, TV6 News, Escanaba.
Thank you for following that story today, Dan. In a statement posted to the restaurant's Facebook page today, the owners said, "Our hearts are filled with sadness, but also profound gratitude for the outpouring of community support we've received. Your kindness is deeply appreciated as we navigate the devastating loss of our multi-generational family business. From our family to yours, thank you." In another post, the owners said they will be setting up a bank account at Bay Bank on Monday, encouraging donations for the restaurant's staff, and again, thanking the community for its support. Public Safety would also like to thank all the businesses who donated food and warm beverages to firefighters on scene.